Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears versus Jalen Hurts and the Minnesota Vikings.
Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Max Crosby. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Play action. Here's Hurts. Look at the big man rumble. And down to the 19-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ty Chandler hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You look at this defense for the Vikings. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Vikings turn up the heat, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And somebody better wake up pretty quick here. You give up the touchdown on the first drive of the game, then you get the ball and have a punt blocked.
I love how you phrased it. There better be a wake-up call in a hurry. Already down, gave up the punt block. That could make it a bigger hole to try and climb out of.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Hurts. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
2nd down, here's Hurts. Got a man, that's Liggett. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely did they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a 1st down.
Swift trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Swift again, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. DeAndre Swift, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Vikings take the block punt and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Bears now ready to take over again. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it second down. This defense for the Vikings, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Here's Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Williams now looking to throw on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A look there at the numbers a week ago for Allen. 6 catches, 99 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Roma Dunze from 10 yards out. And the Bears are back within a score. And oh, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live foot. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. You figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there was a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complementary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
19 yards there on the catch and run. And that's an important completion right there, because that's going to do it. With that last pass, he eclipses Peyton Manning's all-time mark of 5,477 pass yards in a single season. I think the Engravers, they can get the MVP trophy ready. This has been a year for the ages as he stands alone in single-season passing. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Open man down the field. That's Liggett. Touchdown, Vikings. Xavier Liggett, 42 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Williams, he'll get this out wide. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
Now Hurts changing up the play. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one complete to Liggett. Touchdown! Xavier Liggett with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They go play action with Hurts. Got a man. That's Liggett. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Vikings. Xavier Liggett on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Open man down the field, that's Leggett. There he goes again. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Xavier Leggett on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are pouring it on. Extra point splits the uprights. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chicago offense. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. From the gun, here's Swift. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Once again, it's Swift. And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Vikings just continue to roll. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it...
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the team. Coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Jefferson moving in motion left. On first down, Hurts. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Chase Young. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Throwing is Hurts. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On first and 10, it's Swift. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And we're at the 41, second and 9. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he is caught. He's going to have the first down and then so. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one goes for 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Now a handoff to Chandler. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Here now, second and 4. They run it with Chandler. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson taking it in. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So the touchdown. There, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of
In motion left comes Williams. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson
with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Vikings take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Now McCarthy throwing on first down.
And got his man complete.
Now he's loose again. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson.
A dynamo since the break. 3 third-quarter touchdowns.
And the Vikings get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
On first down, McCarthy. To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards that time.
A partner still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On second down, Swift.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
101 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does it. Exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on the touch pass.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
To the air with McCarthy.
And he's got it. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. McCarthy going to throw again.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. So no gain on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Williams, the man in motion left.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Montez Sweat with a tackle. This is 2nd and 8. Swift going to try up the middle. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 117 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he's got room.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, McCarthy. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. First mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Jalen Waddle, touchdown, Vikings. Jalen Waddle, 78 yards. And the Vikings extend their lead yet again. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets... Williams being motion left. McCarthy to throw on 1st and 10. He's got him in. Complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, 84 yards. And the Vikings have got it on cruise control. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chicago offense set to get started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is... They'll bring a receiver in motion left. McCarthy now on first down. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 135 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. Second down and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on the touch pass. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on the touch pass. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And this offense on third down today, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This 2nd and 4. Throwing is McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Second down and 3. Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. And that is incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
McCarthy off the play fake. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
Now McCarthy. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 33. CD, I know it's... Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Minnesota, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from